Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I just wanted to make a quick video covering the CTS big turbo for the Gen 3 GLI. So we'll just start off with some cons and then we'll get into the pros and the overall if it was worth it or not. So the biggest con, I think, is going to be with the big turbo. You have to get I'm running DSG, so you have to get a DSG tune, and I'm using Unitronic. I got the stage 3 TCU and the stage 3 ECU, stage 2 TCU, and in automatic mode the transmission just doesn't really know what it wants to do. It shifts very awkwardly. Sometimes I'll be right at like the RPMs where it's about to shift into the next gear, but it doesn't know if it wants to, and it'll just shift and then instantly downshift and then instantly upshift, and then it just like, it's kind of a pain. Luckily, I drive in manual mode most of the time, so I don't really mind it, because manual mode is great. But another con, what do we got over here? So, miles per gallon, it's gonna go down. You should already know that. I don't really think that's a con, but I probably get around 20, depending on how I'm driving exactly, if it's aggressive or not. Another big one for me personally is gonna be the rattles, like the interior rattles. I think it's not necessarily just because of the big turbo, but all these supporting mods that you have to do to run the big turbo, it's just, the car's making a lot more power, everything's moving around a little, you got the downpipe and the exhaust, which is making a lot of noise and rattling things, and overall it's not terrible. I mean, if you got the windows down and the music on, which is usually how I'm driving, you won't hear anything. But like in the winter months with the windows up, and whether you have music on or not, I mean, you can kind of hear it a little bit. It's slightly annoying. It just kind of feels like something's about to fall apart, but nothing has, so that's good. Another thing is, going back to the DSG though real quick, in auto mode, it's also really like sluggish. Like if you wanna go somewhere in automatic mode, like you have to basically put the pedal on the floor for it to actually downshift 1 or 2 shifts and actually go somewhere, or else like there's no in between. It's either like full throttle with the automatic or you're not going anywhere, which is another reason why I drive it in manual. All right, but moving on. This isn't a big one, but there's no crackle tune or no crackles available on the Unitronics tune to pair with the big turbo. I've gotten over it, but like I kind of did want crackles, but it's not a big deal anymore. I mean, the big turbo is worth it. Stage 2 with crackles was nice, but I would take the big turbo with no crackles any day. All right, so getting into the pros. So honestly, it's like the best modification I've done to the car thus far. Like it just wakes up the car. You feel like you're driving a whole different car. Like I actually feel like I'm driving something that's worthy of being driven, you know? Like the GLI is great in its stock form, but it's not fast. It's not fast at all. I'm not saying that even the big turbo is that fast, but it is such a big difference from stock. Even from stage 2, it was incredible. Now, you also spin the tires a lot, but get some better tires and that won't happen to you. All right, so another pro, like you could basically walk any WRX, STI, any VQ, like G36, Q50, unless they've got some crazy mods going on, like you're gonna walk them. You can keep up with most like S models, Audis, and M models, but if they start putting on any mods, like they're probably just gonna walk us. But in their stock forms, like you can keep up with them. You probably beat them too, unless they have mods, but you can at least keep up with them. What else we got? Oh, I don't know if this is true, but I think the DSG farts like got louder when I actually did the big turbo and the new tune. I don't know if it's true, but I feel like it is, and the DSG farts are great, so that's a big pro, I think. And then yeah, that's about all I got. I mean, was it worth it? 100% yes. I would do it again if I had to. It's a little pricey. I think the turbo was about $1,600, the tune $1,200, and then some other supporting modifications was probably about like $1,000 to $1,500. So overall, it's around like $3,500 to $4,000, depending. I don't know off the top of my head, but I'd say it's definitely worth it if you're looking into it. Even just going big turbo, there are like the X-Man turbo and the Biagio turbo, but you have to get it tuned by, I'm not going to say less reputable, but it's not as big of a company and it's more of a custom tune. His name is Ian from Reflect. He's definitely reputable, but I think the Unitronic tune that goes with the CTS turbo is just more reliable, maybe. And like, if you have issues with it, they're a bigger company, they'll be able to help you out a little easier, I think. But yeah, that's about all I got for today's video. If you got any other questions relating to my car or the big turbo or any mods that I have on here, feel free to let me know or ask down in the comments, and I'll answer those as soon as I can. All right. Oh yeah, you better subscribe too. I need to get to 1,000. All right, so if you want more videos about the Jetta, I'll be doing some coilovers soon. Subscribe, because I need that. All right, peace out.